All right, here we've got some real work to do. So these questions are a lot more math, obviously, but we practiced this and you guys were pretty good at it, so I'm feeling pretty decent. First question here asks us to solve each quadratic equation to standard form. Reminder, standard form is ax squared plus bx plus c, and answer the questions. So we're going to go to standard form and then axis of symmetry. Remember, axis of symmetry is negative b over 2a. We're going to need both of these formulas. Now here I need to solve for y, so I'm going to add x squared to both sides, which will cancel here, meaning that my standard form is y equals x squared plus 8x minus 3. Now, that's standard form. I need to find a, b, and c. That's 1, 8, and negative 3, and then plug them into my formula. On top is b, which in this case is 8. On the bottom is a, which in this case is 1. Pop that into the calculator and you get negative 4. So in this case my axis of symmetry is negative 4. Now, the easiest way to find the vertex is, since I know the axis of symmetry is x equals negative 4, this must be negative 4 as well. So I'm going to plug this equation into y equals x squared plus 8x minus 3. Go to my table, go to x equals negative 4, and I see that the y value is negative 19. You can do it by hand, that's fine, but when you have negative numbers it gets a little bit tricky. Next question, same process. The only thing on this side with y is minus 5x, so I'm going to add 5x to both sides. Now there's already an x value over here, so I need to combine these two, which gives me y equals negative x squared plus 8x plus 7. So I'm going to say a, b, and c. A, since it's negative x squared, is negative 1. B is 8 again. And c is 7. Go for my formula. B goes on top. A goes on bottom. Pop that in the calculator, and we get positive 4. X equals positive 4. Back to the calculator. We're going to plug this in. Negative x squared plus 8x plus 7. Go to where x equals 4, and y is 23. So we have 4, 23. Last one here, we have y plus 1, so we need to subtract 1 from both sides, which leaves me with y equals x squared minus 12x minus 1. Find my a, b, and c. 1, negative 12, negative 1. Plug them into my formula. B goes on top. A goes on bottom. And we end up here with x equals 6. So, x equals 6 means my vertex value has 6 as an x. Let's go ahead and pop that in. X squared minus 12x minus 1. When x equals 6, y equals negative 37. So those are my 3 answers there. The next questions are about transformations. Remember, this is going to use the formula y equals a times x minus h squared plus k for all of these equations. First one is opens up. That means a is positive. Narrower by 3, that should say by 3, so that means that a equals 3. Translated 2 units to the right, that is going to be a minus h. 3 units down, that is going to be a minus k. So in this case, it's 3 parentheses x minus 2 squared minus 3. Next one. Opens down. Down means a is negative. 4 units to the left, that means plus h. 3 units up means plus k. So it just says opens down. It doesn't say narrower or wider or anything else, which means it's just going to be -1 or just negative. Then we end up with plus h, so plus 4, plus k. There's my equation. Number 9 opens up. That means a is positive. Wider by 1/3. That means a equals 1/3. Translated down 4 units means minus k. So here we have positive 1/3 times x. There's no movement left or right, so you can put -0 or you can just put x squared. I'm going to put -0 so it matches my formula. And then down 4 units is -4. Just so you can see the difference, you could also put 1/3 x squared minus 4. That also works. Okay, these are identical. Next one. Number 10 opens down. That's a minus a. Translated 8 units to the left. Left is plus h. 6 units down. That is minus k. Now since it says opens down but doesn't say wider or narrower, it's just like this one. It's going to say minus. Plus h is x plus 8 squared minus k is minus 6. Last one for this section says opens up. That means a is positive. Wider by 2/3. That means a is positive 2/3. 9 units left means plus h. Okay, so we have opens up by 2/3. 2/3 x plus 9 squared. And there's no up or down movement, so you can either not put anything right there, or you could put plus 0 if you really just need to fill that gap in the formula. I'll count either one of them correct. Okay, and the last three. Last 3 questions here. So we have a vertex value. It's going to be the opposite of this, so -3, and the same as the last one, so +2. My a value is -3. Is this a min or a max? Well, if it's negative, it's going to be facing down, so this will be a max. So I'm going to go ahead and place my my vertex here. At -3, +2, there's my vertex. Now, because a is -3, my normal up 1 over 1, up 1 over 3 is going to change by a factor of 3. So I multiply this, it's going to be down 1, 1 times -3, 3 times -3 would be then down 9. Okay? That's what happens. This times this times that, that's your new change. Okay? So instead of going right 1 and down 1, I'm going to go right 1 and down 1, 2, 3, and then right 1, down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And same thing on the left. Left 1, down 3, left 1, down 9. So this is my new graph. These points need to be accurate. If you need to check on your calculator to make sure that it looks correct, it's not going to do you much good if you just look at the calculator and sketch it on here. That's not going to help you. But if you want to check and make sure it's in the right place and that you didn't screw something up really badly, it's a good idea. So, oops, forgot something. +2. So my graph should look roughly the same, and it looks roughly the same. The vertex is in this quadrant, the face is down in this quadrant, so we should be in pretty good shape there. Okay. Next one. My vertex, opposite of the inside, same as the outside. It has a negative also, which means this is also going to be a max. My a value here is just -1, which means that I'm going to change these by a factor of -1. So this is -1 and then -3. So it'll be out 1, down 1, out 1, down 3. Okay, so my vertex is going to be at -2, +3, -2, +3. I'm going to go out 1, down 1, out 1, down 3, out 1, down 1, out 1, down 3. So this is my other graph. And again, we can check using the calculator. It looks almost the same. You can see it's a bit wider. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it here, and I'll show you this trick later. But you can actually make your second line a fatter line so you can tell which one's new. So here, the new line should be wider, and I'm going to go ahead and put that new one in. Negative x plus 2 squared plus 3, graph it. And you can see it is a wider graph. Okay, and that's it. You're good to go. Good luck on your quiz.